What is going on, guys? Ford here, and before I begin my commentary, I wanted to talk about my last video, the Cock 2 video or Call of the Community that Eric the Aviator is running. Go check out the video. It'll give you all the information you need to know about the tournament, and all proceeds earned from that video, I'm donating to the charity. So go like it up, watch it 30 times, or get 100 friends to watch the video. So with that said, let's get into the commentary, and I know probably by now you all are like, oh my god, this is Black Ops. I know, this game is amazing. I actually jumped on it with my buddy BloodlineReaper today. He got on, and I haven't played with him for a while, and I really didn't want to play Modern Warfare 3, so we decided to play Black Ops, and we actually played 4 or 5 games, but this was actually the first game of the night that we got to play, and oh my god, it was amazing. I mean, we were playing a bunch of news, but just playing Black Ops in general is awesome with Flak Jacket, Tactical Mask, Sleight of Hand, you know, and the dogs and the chopper gunners. The kill streaks actually matter. You know, it doesn't even matter that the kill streaks don't even stack up. It's just, this game is so fun. It's just so much fun. I will deal with the blop shotting and all that kind of shit over Modern Warfare 3 every single time. In this game, I actually went 71-6. Like I said, this is my first game back, and I don't want to hear any bullshit about me using the freaking FAMAS, because, like I said, this is my first game back since Modern Warfare 3, so it was like 2 or 3 months, so I'm pretty rusty with this game. And so, of course, I'm going to put on my go-to tryhard class right off the bat. And actually, you're going to see a couple of times in this game where I'm having difficulty changing my weapon. That's because I play way too much Battlefield right now, and I kept trying to change to my secondary, which was the RPG, by using the D-pad. And you're actually going to see me calling a chopper right in the open. That's because I wanted to call or change my weapon, and I pressed the D-pad, and I was one away from a dog, so I could have had even better game. But oh well, that happens. I wasn't really mad because I still did awesome, you know, in this game. 71-6 is pretty good for your first game back. So for this commentary, I thought I would do something special. And I know you guys like my personal stories, so I thought I would tell you some instances where I found myself in a fucked up situation. Now, the first instance I want to tell you about is we used to always go to this place, me and my family used to always go to this place in Michigan, and it was like Deer Forest, or it was something like that. You know, when my sister was really young, it was like a place where kids can go pet animals and all this kind of stuff. So one year, I believe I was a sophomore, junior in high school, my parents decided to put me on a camel. That's right, they forced me to ride a camel. Now, this wasn't a one-hump camel. This was a double hump. Now, I don't know if you've ever ridden a camel or seen, I know you all probably seen a camel, or, you know, like seen someone riding a camel. I don't know. But they are in between the humps. So now I got to get into this, or on top of this camel. Now, I wasn't a fat person in high school. I think I was like 5'10" and 180 pounds. You know, I had some meat on my bones, but I wasn't fat at all. So I have to get on top of this camel and in between the humps. And this is probably the worst feeling in the world. I mean, it didn't hurt per se, but my balls were slowly going up to my chest because it was just so constricting, and like I had no space whatsoever. Like the humps were really small together or something like that. And this woman, who was the camel watcher of the day, or walker around her or something like that, was very attractive. And she's laughing at me the entire time because I'm so uncomfortable in this freaking camel. Now, I don't have a picture for you guys. This was before digital cameras actually came out. Or maybe, was it? I don't know. What was 2001? Were there digital cameras yet? I don't know. I don't feel like fucking looking that shit up. So, you know, now I'm fucking riding this camel with an attractive woman walking me around in this camel, and she hears my moaning groans because, I mean, every time this fucking camel moved, my balls were moving, and it fucking sucked. And, you know, I know nothing could have happened because I was with my family, but still, you don't want to be finding yourselves in those situations where an attractive girl who's probably right around your age or maybe a little bit older has to walk you around with a camel. So let me know if you guys have any kind of crazy stories where your parents made you like ride a pig or whatever the fuck. But you know, I actually think it would be kind of cool to ride one of those mechanical bulls. I've always wanted to try to do that, but I've never been at a bar where they've actually had a mechanical bull. I don't know if I would do it right now because I am kind of hefty, and when I get thrown off that, I'd probably break something, probably the floor or something. But, you know, I would try it nonetheless. So the next situation I want to tell you about was actually something that I basically did to myself. And I was in high school, and I was in a car, actually, and I was driving with 3 or 4 other girls in the car. I can't remember how many there were, but I know there was, you know, I was the only guy. There was plenty of girls in the car. And I decided it would be a great opportunity to play padiddle or sex car or whatever you guys call it nowadays. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically if you see a headlight out in a car, you know, you call padiddle or sex car, you put your hand to the roof. The last person to do it has to take an article of clothing off. So it's kind of like strip poker, but you play it on the street in a car and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, hey, let's play sex car. And they're like, oh, sure. So I'm like, oh my God, yes, I'm awesome at this game. I'm driving. I can see behind me, the sides of me. You know, I'm going to get all these girls naked. No problem whatsoever. I'm going to be awesome. So they wanted to change it up because they didn't want me taking my hands off the wheel, you know, to put it on the roof. And, you know, I kind of agreed with it. So they're like, you know, the first person to call it out, if it's a girl, you will have to take off an article of clothing. If you call it, then we all have to take off an article of clothing. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Yes, here we go. Gonna get these girls naked. It's gonna happen. So I'm like, all right, let's play. And about a minute into the drive, into our sexcapade or whatever it is, I'm naked. That's right. We went over an expressway, and all of a sudden they called it out like 6 times in a row. And now I have to take off all my articles of clothing. And they decided, and it was actually wintertime at the time, they decided that I had to drive on the expressway in the wintertime with the windows down, butt naked, for 20 minutes. Or they were going to make me go all the way to the destination butt ass naked and then get out of the car naked. It was not going to happen. I wasn't going to let it get that far, but, you know, they said, so I'm like, all right, you know, I took off my articles of clothing, you know, and I went down in the expressway for 20 minutes with all the windows open. It was fucking cold as hell, and it wasn't helping the situation at all. So that's another freaking instance where I've kind of embarrassed myself. So another one I want to tell you guys about was actually my brother decided to do this to me. Now, my brother is an older brother. He's 3 years older than me. And when he was a senior in high school, I was a freshman in high school. And of course, we had to go to the same high school. And my brother was a dick. And I'm going to actually tell you 2 stories of why my brother's a dick. Now, the first story, I was actually walking with a girl that I was very interested in dating. And we were walking up the stairs. Now, my brother was walking down the stairs on a different staircase, but he could see me walking up to, and he could touch me. And when I mean he could touch me, he decided to grab my hair with both of his hands and pull me up to his level to say hi to me. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been pulled up by your hair at all. I know you probably have had your hair pulled here or there. But think of all your body weight now being pulled up, you know, or you're basically holding your body weight with your hair. It freaking hurts. And I know he's probably tore some of that hair out of my head. And now I'm pretty much crying now in front of this girl because my brother just decided to be a dick and pull me up to his staircase by my hair. Oh my God. Let's just say I was never able to actually go out with that girl. And I'm going to blame it on my brother in that instance. It doesn't matter if she didn't like me or not. It's getting blamed on him. Now, the next story I want to tell you guys of why my brother is a dick. And this is actually more of a recent story. It's actually only like 5 or 6 years ago that this happened. I believe I was 21 or 22. Me and a couple of my buddies were going to the casino. My brother was going also. So the casino was about an hour and a half away. So after the car ride, we're finally there. We're in the parking lot. You know, my brother goes to my buddy and he's like, hey, what's the capital of Thailand? And my buddy's like, you know, I don't know. All of a sudden, my brother decides to hit him right in the penis and go, Bangkok, you know, because I guess that's funny or something. And even to this day, me and my brother still try to hit each other in the nuts. Actually, I'm always defending myself. But if he does hit me in the nuts, you better believe the next time I see him, he's going to get his comeuppance or whatever you want to call it. Because, I mean, this guy thinks it's hilarious to hit people in the nuts. Now, I don't know if this is normal or not. This is, you know, another normal question for you guys. Like, do you and your buddies try and hit each other in the nuts? And I know it's different because it's me and my brother, but my brother even tries to hit other people in the nuts. So it's not even blood related anymore. It's not even family he's trying to keep it in. It's anybody pretty much that, you know, he talks to. You know, if you're a total stranger, you talk to him long enough, he might hit you in the nuts. So that's it, guys. I hope you like it. You know, go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Till next time, later.